This is ESBR Boxing. Delighted, as always, to be joined by Boxer Savage Dan, ahead of Saturday night's big fight between Joshua Buatsi and Dan Azeez. Dan, thanks for your time, as always. Appreciate it. Just seen the first ever live Gloves Are Off. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I thought it was good considering, I was worried about what it could be because I know a lot of the Gloves Are Off, a lot of the beauty of it is in the edit. The silences, the tension, if you like, and you can't really get it sometimes in a live environment, especially when you've got people in Box Park maybe talking and walking around. I was a little bit worried, but I thought it came out quite good. I feel like both boys have said, at this point, they've said everything there is to say, every bit of information, everything they feel. We've done around 5 press conferences. We did one, we did the virtual one. So I think that by now they've got everything off their chest. I think they're probably both relieved that this part is over now and it's just time to weigh in and then fight.
Do you have any comments on the weigh-in in terms of how both fighters look today? I think Dan and Azeez, and they both stuck around to do interviews. Just any comments on how they look 24 hours away?
I spoke to them both just a few minutes ago. They both look happy enough, and I didn't mention the weight, but I definitely asked them, like, what's your next 24 hours look like, trying to see if I can squeeze something out of them. It's no secret. I guess it's probably a bit tougher for Josh to make the weight than it is for Dan. Dan's just got a smaller frame. I expect them to both. They've had long enough to prepare for this fight. I expect them to make it and make it quite comfortably. They look happy. They're both drinking. I expect them to make it. They know where they're at by this point. They've had enough fights to know exactly where their body's at and what they feel like. I don't expect any surprises or anything like that at the weigh-in.
Fingers crossed they both make weight, and then we have a fight on Saturday night. Do just want to ask about kind of what you expect the winner to do. It sounds like we're all set for this big undisputed fight between Beterbiev and Bivol in June. Do you think that the winner of this is going to kind of, I don't want to say wait around, but kind of wait around until the end of the year or something, or do you think they're going to do something else?
I don't know. I don't really have the answers. I'm not even sure if the fighters will have that answer until after fight night. A cut can set you back 3 months. A grueling fight, you might need a bit of a rest, and they're prepared for this fight probably since August last year, probably. I think it would have been something like that. So it's been one long stop-start camp. I think they may well wait around for the winner or the loser. Who knows, of the Beterbiev-Bivol fight. Be interesting to see what the belts do at that point, especially if Beterbiev wins. Does he retire, having done everything there is to do, etc., etc. So boxing's a weird sport. You can plan it all you like. Nothing usually goes to plan. I think one step at a time for them. They'll see how the winner will see how they win. Is there anything that's gonna give them any niggles, any cuts, anything like that that's gonna give them any troubles, and take it from there. June's only around the corner. I think it's June that fight's scheduled for. So we'll see.
Yeah. Lots of ifs and buts to happen, so we'll just get Saturday out of the way first. Do you just want to touch on the undercard, Dan? Ben Shalom mentioned throughout the press conference, Ben Whittaker, Caroline Dubois, Adam Azeez, 3 potential future pay-per-view stars in this country. I think if we're being honest, this country needs future pay-per-view stars. Is there one of them that you signal out and be like, you're the person that's going to be kind of the face of British boxing over the next 10 years? Or how do you see it?
It's a weird one. I think all 3 in their own right could easily be the face. I think it's easier to see the face on Ben Whittaker because he is, I guess, more willing to be the pantomime villain. He's willing to piss people off and say some things that are going to be getting retweeted and all of that. He came on stage and said that he reckons he beats both Buatsi and Azeez at this point. So he says things that maybe other fighters might think and not say, and that brashness will make him a pay-per-view star, in my opinion. It's not like he just says this stuff. He can back it up. He can fight. So if I had to pick one, it would probably be Ben. But Caroline is beating people up, so it could easily be her. 140, what a division! Adam Azeez, European champion in 10 fights. It could easily be him. We could easily be looking at another Amir Khan in the making. So. It could be any of those 3, but if I had to throw my pound somewhere, I'd go with the more, I guess, volatile character of Ben Whittaker.
Fantastic. Really exciting times. Did just want to ask about a couple of other issues, Dan. Conor Benn's in action on Saturday night as well in Vegas. feel like Matchroom have kind of reiterated throughout this week he will be ring walking at 10:30, despite obviously being 8 hours behind. Just kind of any sort of response to that, and if kind of what time can we expect Buatsi Azeez to ring walk?
I mean, you probably expect Buatsi Azeez. Everyone knows main events, you can try and plan them. Every time we've tried to plan something a little bit earlier, it ends up a little bit later. There's a hefty chance that they're both in the ring at the same time, which is no good for anyone, if you ask me. I don't think it benefits. It don't benefit us. It don't benefit Conor, Benn. Don't benefit Josh or Dan. I'm not even sure if it benefits the American viewers. I'm not sure. They'll have their reasons for going with that time. Hopefully there isn't that much of a clash. I'm not sure what else is on that card that is going to be of like any appetite to British viewers. Hopefully there's half an hour or an hour between this and things. Who knows? Yeah. But yeah, you never like to see clashes. Sometimes they're unavoidable because you've got two shows on UK soil at the same time or whatever. This one seems pretty avoidable, if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for your time, Dan. I really appreciate it. I've just got one more question for you. I've been trying to work out what I thought your opinion was going to be on this, and really excited to ask you. We're only 2 weeks away from Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Where is your head at? Do you have a prediction now? Are you sitting on the fence? Where is it?
Do you know what? I've never sat on the fence with this one. I always thought Tyson Fury would be victorious in a kind of one-sided victory. I just thought he was too big, too fast, just a bit too clever, you know. And I think that the things that Usyk does well, he would have the size advantage to be able to negate it. He can fight you from the back of the room. He can make it boring. He could go southpaw. If the left hand's giving him trouble, he can go southpaw. All of those little tricks. I've obviously heard whispers, like everyone else is hearing little whispers here and there, that Usyk's flying and that Tyson Fury's not. How you prepare for a fight is definitely a huge indicator of what version of you steps in the ring. That's made it a lot closer for me. I'm not going to give a prediction yet. I don't know if this is just smoke and mirrors. I don't know if it is like all truth that I'm hearing, or if it's what people want to hear in order to make it a much closer fight. But I have it now as a very competitive close fight. I didn't have it as that before. So I guess I'm swaying. A couple weeks to go, so I guess we'll see. You know, eventually these whispers become shouts and people start responding to all of this stuff. You start to work out what's truth and what's not. So I'll wait for that before making a final decision. Right now I'm probably just leaning towards Tyson Fury, but I'm saying it's just leaning.
We'll see what happens. Savage Dan, appreciate your time as always, and we will speak to you again soon.
Thanks, bro. Have a good one.